This had become part of their routine, and usually he liked it, the two of them smiling and sighing at their own little worlds. Today he clicked and didn't see a thing. He felt her gaze on him and looked up, found her with an eyebrow raised. Suzanne had very serious eyebrows, stark black lines against white skin. "You remember I leave for the beach tomorrow?" she asked.
"Of course."
"You going to miss me?" Tucker tilted his head and scrunched up his mouth like he really had to think about it, and she threw a pillow at his head. He dropped his phone on the floor then, crawling down to her end of the couch and wrapping her in an embrace. He liked looking down at the two of them tangled together, limbs on limbs, almost indistinguishable from one another. Suzanne turned to look at him, squinting like a cartoon villain. "What's going on in there, Mr. Deep Thoughts?" He sighed and gathered himself, looking off into a distant corner of the room.
"This is awkward, but I feel you should shower before you come over here. Is it too late to mention that?"
"Oh my God, Tucker." He was laughing and she was covering his mouth with her hand, trying to make him stop, forcing him to fight his way free.
"I'm all covered in tennis sweat and secondhand sunscreen," he said. "It's kind of a turn-off."
"Oh, for sure. I can tell how much it's bothered you." She was shaking her head at him, and Tucker smiled. But really, he was feeling a little lost, a little low. He'd been wondering if she might change her mind, insist that this shouldn't be the end. That didn't seem to be happening. "Are you going to Adam's house tonight?" she asked. Adam's house. Hearing those words, Tucker could practically taste the lukewarm beer and feel the bass from those junky old speakers throbbing under his skin. People still talked about Tucker's little performance on Adam's coffee table last October. They always told the story like he was drunk, but actually he wasn't. Tucker just liked to dance. He couldn't quite imagine doing that anymore, certainly not in front of Suzanne.
"Yeah, for sure, I'll be there."
"Okay then. No goodbyes yet."
"Not yet."
Suzanne climbed out of his arms and off the couch, quickly gathering her things and then disappearing with a wave through the sliding glass door. As soon as she was gone, Tucker got a text from Bobby asking if it was safe to come over and play Mario Kart. Normally, he would have said yes right away, but he was feeling restless.
"Do you want to go to the batting cages instead? The ones next to the cave?"
The sun beat down, one of those unbearably sticky Maryland summer days. A few practice swings, and Tucker was already sweating. He was thinking about how it had been ages since he'd been here. He looked up to see Bobby heading his way, grinning and shaking his head, a bat slung over his shoulder.
"What?" Tucker asked. "What's so funny?" "I'm having flashbacks. 8th grade. It was hot as hell, just like this. You had stolen your mom's jewel, and you were trying to share it with those girls right over there by the snack machine."
"Oh my God," Tucker said, covering his face with his hand.
"Because they were definitely going to want to smoke that thing. Here, between the 4 of us. Why did your mom even have that? Don't you remember? She still smoked like 3 cigarettes a day then, and she was trying to quit. And those girls were super into us." No. They really, really weren't." "How would you know? You went to the bathroom and never came back." "That was the only reasonable thing to do, given the situation. Well, sorry. I had to try. I have a thing for softball players."
The boys had known each other for as long as either could remember, born 2 months apart in adjoining houses, a circumstance that had turned their mothers from neighbors into friends. Bobby was an only child, too, a miracle baby his parents thought would never come. Growing up side by side, Bobby and Tucker had honed a lifetime's worth of jokes about being brothers who didn't exactly look like brothers,